Rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, back 25, behind.
Check, 47. Here we go.
Green, triple T.
The first down throw for Winston. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
They'll run on first down. Hilliard, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the run, this is Hilliard. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Ready? 12, fellas, here we go.
Check safety.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've got to be thrilled to have this game still at 0-0 after the interception thrown on the very first play of the game.
They certainly do. And what I enjoyed was watching him on the sidelines because as the defense came off, he was there to congratulate them and really say thanks because he threw the interception. It didn't turn into any points. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Ready? Black 22.
This is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Easy.
On me.
Let him go.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Now a carry here for Hilliard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From the 31, Winston, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here I come again.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, Winston drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 56. Mike, 56.
They go play action. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Easy. Green, triple team. Let's go.
56 is the mic.
Jameis to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
On 3rd down, Winston. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run. It's Hilliard. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Come on, let's go.
13!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Kamara trying to right side. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Here we go.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Hilliard. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. 180.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here we go. Here we go. 180.
I got one.
On second down, Hilliard. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. 180.
Go. Watch that in. Watch that in. Tight end right.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Right. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
First down, Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Easy. Moving. Green, triple C.
This is Howard on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Easy. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Check that out.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 55 on the 50.
56. Check 56. Cut.
Let him go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
56 is the Mike.
Hey, we got to get this stop here. 5-0.
Check.
Come on. Sunday.
Jameis now on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. He's got a man, complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
There defensively.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Out, 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 out. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Mike 56, Mike 56. Oh, get easy, easy, easy. Get him. Green, triple team. Mike 56, right there, right there. Let him go.
Jameis again. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Intended for Chris Godwin. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. Easy, 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 easy. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Sonny. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Hey, D-line. Let's go.
Final play of the half here. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Let's go, let's go! 2, 2, 2. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Solomon Thomas, they love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
White.
Garoppolo. Looking long for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On 1st down, Hilliard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Reuben Foster. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
3rd and long.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Pull it high. Check. Five. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running with Howard. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
But got to the point. Get on the point right here.
3rd and 3.
Hey, stop. 47. Check, 47. Oh, dang, pump. Mike. Wait. Mike's 47.
Off the play fake, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker unable to hang on, and it's 3rd down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go. 45 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check right 47.
Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Hey. 4 down.
5 47.
On play action, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Jameis now just 6 of 16 through the air, but he does have a 1st and 10 here. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Being chased out left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run on 1st down. Hilliard. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly,
skyrocketed.
right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
1st down, Saints.
Garoppolo, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. And shedding through the tackle. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Get off the train track.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll try the left side. Hilliard. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
A 46-yard attempt.
And Lutz missed it to the right. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 37. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. On 1st down, Hilliard, and an alley to run. the 30, the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Winston. He finds Howard complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jameis to throw it. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let me go. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic. Come on.
Again, it's Winston. And now here is another interception. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. And that'll set them back 5.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick. Going the other way.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. That's good. Going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I don't think you got it, sir.
To the air again with Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Shit. Wait.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at the Bucs 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got you.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Buccaneers 31-yard line.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.